All right. We're on with the man himself, Mr. Crescent Sports Network. My name is
Hello,
Usman,
everyone. Salam. How are you doing?
and I'm
Thank you
here
for
with
having me on,
Farooq.
Usman.
All right, let's do this. So, without further ado, let's kick it off. Tell us, we see this new branding, Crescent Sports Network. It's been around for a while. Give us some background. What's going on?
Crescent Sports has been around in formation around 2006. So, Alhamdulillah, I've been somehow surviving all these years. You know, honestly, the real focus was about providing a sports platform for Muslims, but it became so much bigger. But ultimately, what I'm proud of the most is I see a lot of these young guys that I met 20 years ago, and they're so successful today. I watch them, I see them give back. Not only they're great sportsmen, but they become good family members and good members of the community, like yourself and so many other people. So I'm very proud of that I'm associated with those people, and I'm humbled that they were part of the Crescent platform.
So, what's the network? What does it consist of? I know there's a couple of leagues and a couple of different sports. Tell
The
us more.
network consists of all your popular sports: softball, football, basketball. We have kids divisions. We have, you know, if you can walk, we'll find a division for you. Basically,
Nice.
I'm not about superstars. I'm about the guys that just want to play and have fun. And it really is about the networking. I mean, the Crescent Network is amazing. There's so many testimonials I can give, but to me, it's all about the networking. But we
Nice.
have a lot of divisions within each sport. We have football,
So,
multiple divisions, softball, basketball.
so where's softball primarily? Where do they play?
Softball plays primarily in Long Island, in Nassau County, Eisenhower Park, Mitchell Field, Wantagh, Bay Park. Basically in Nassau County. Softball's a very, baseball's a dying sport in America, I think. So you need a special brand of people that like softball. We've had, repeat members for like 16, 17 years. They come back every season. So it's very exciting. That's my number one sport, softball. I love the weather. I love being outdoors. So it has its own unique, uh, appreciation.
I know you run a pretty nice football league as well. I mean, a basketball league as well that I've played in
Yeah, I think
here and
Crescent
there.
basketball is probably our main sport. We just got lucky, man. It's just been a tremendous following. We've had some great players come through our doors, and D1 players, professional overseas players. It's a blessing. And we have so many divisions, so many people that just want to join every season. We do
So
basketball pretty much every night during the week, all
where do,
divisions between
where's
kids
where's
to
where's
elders.
basketball being played?
We rent high schools in Queens. We have facilities in Long Island, Massapequa. Uh, we're all over the place. So if you want to
Nice.
join basketball, check out the website, crescentsportsnetwork.com. We can connect you guys.
All right, now let's dive right into football, what we've been looking forward to. I know that there's some changes in terms of the field where you usually hosted the league. It's a new location this year, so tell us a little bit more.
Well, Crescent football, football generally is a great sport. People get excited around the fall time and they're addicted to it. And I think with fantasy football in play, the sport's gotten more popular. Uh, but flag football obviously is totally different than tackle football. We started football in 2014. Uh, we've had a consistent run, but there's been some, ups and downs, which I'm admitting to. So I think we're coming off a little bit of a dip last few seasons. So we decided to tighten our horns, tighten our our group, bring in some more experienced people to help us be more organized and and get that good feeling back of Crescent football. So uh, this upcoming season, Eisenhower Park is not available due to the cricket stadium, so it was tough finding fields for everyone. We were lucky enough to get Mitchell Field. I mean, it's not we're not playing in MetLife Stadium, but it's a nice setup. We have our privacy, ample parking, great location. So we're going to make the best of it. We're looking at tomorrow. We kick off. We have 5 games on a slot tomorrow. we have about 12, 13 teams total between two divisions. We have the elite division where you bring your best players, and then you have the retro brand, which I'm really proud of. Retros for the guys that that still have the passion to play, but that cannot compete anymore due to the age or limitations in the elite division. So I'm very proud of my retro invention and all the guys that helped me invent it. In every division, we have a retro division, and it really keeps the guys that are older, it keeps them motivated and focused. So that's important to me. So tomorrow we have two divisions going, uh, and 8 a.m. Mitchell Field. We're excited.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. So you
Thank you.
got the elite division and you got the retro division.
Yes.
So are there any, what who determines, are there any limitations between who can play in each division, or how do you regulate that?
I think that's a very loaded question. It's all about subjectivity. Moody has done a great job of helping me to keep the talent in retro and basketball, and we've stuck to it no matter what. Football, I think the last few seasons we've had a couple of guys that might be better than advertised, but they're in their late 40s. A guy like Greg, he plays for, it was on my team, Iman on my team. The guy's an amazing player, but he's like over 45, and he can't play in elite. So he sort of stands out in retro. But he's a great brother, and I don't think he's unstoppable. In fact, we didn't even win a playoff game. So, so there's always those people that are on the fence, and those debates will go on for a lifetime. Like who's allowed, who's not allowed, why are you favoring him, why not him? Those are some things I hate discussing, but we just make a
All right,
judgment
yeah,
call and
no,
make a judgment.
listen, I was just trying
I'm
to
sorry, guys.
give the viewers, I was just trying to give the viewers a little bit of an understanding of what the difference is between the two divisions.
So I'll give you a great example. So a prime retro player. I'll give you three players that are prime retro players. Brother Fike Nawaz, Amin, and my friend Adam. These three people are very passionate about sports. They're decent athletes, and they make the most of their opportunity. They're like the face of retro. Moody, of course, also. But I'm giving you those three guys, and plus Moody and a couple others. They represent that league, right? Now the elite
Those are
division. You know,
those are the poster
sorry,
boys,
guys.
huh?
Those are
Poster
I'll say
boys
those are
of,
the poster boys.
all right, you got
They,
it.
they, they,
All
they
right,
represent diversity, they represent skill set, and they represent a platform that we want to promote. Right? It's
all right.
important to me. Diversity is important to me.
So this leads me right into, let's dive into the teams a little bit, and let's talk about the teams in the elite division. Who are the new teams? What can we expect in terms of, who they are? We might know a few names, we might not know a few names, but in terms of talent wise, let's talk about these teams, the new ones coming in.
So, we're lucky enough to have 7 elite teams this season, right? And the new teams, one team in the news called the U Ken has bought this team. Kenny has been a CFL lifer. He was there day one. He won the Sportsman of the Year award. His father, his late father, who passed away, was a big part of our league. So Kenny's bringing the team. He's bringing some old folks that you guys may have heard of, Dre, DJ. He's bringing some talented guys. So like DJ, those are elite caliber players. The other new teams are we're talking elite now. So Pluto is a team brought by Shaq. Shaq is this overachieving Afghan brother. Him and his boys Tawheed, you know, uh, Fahad. These three guys are like very passionate about football, and they don't back down from anyone. I like that about them. They may not be the best, talent wise, but their heart is, second to none. So I love watching them play, even if they lose by 20. So
All
that's the
right.
second team. Uh, I think the rest of those are the two main new teams.
Who are
Then the
the,
Powerpuff Boys are returning with
okay.
Manoj, Mango, and Harpal and those guys.
All right, let's run
So
through the teams in the division. Who do we got? We got obviously
so let me may I
we
tell
got the
you?
Ballers, the Caliphs, we know. Powerpuffs, we
Yes,
know. Then we
yes,
got the U is a new
yes,
team. Then you
yes,
got the Niners we know. Then you got Pluto.
Yeah,
So you have two new teams in the division, Pluto
yeah.
and the U.
Pluto and the U and the Powerpuffs are returning.
Got it. All right.
I, I
So
like I like the balance in the league this season. In previous years, you knew who the teams were gonna be going in. People stacked up and stacked up. But like last season, I like the fact the Ballers and the Caliph, they went deep. They went to the championship game. You know, I like to see that. I like this. I don't like dynasties. Dynasties just kill the mood for everyone. And dynasties are not necessarily a great thing in recreational sports. I know we're competing, but I'd rather keep it, with every year's a new champion.
all right. So I do want to keep it brief. That was
Yes.
any new teams on in the other division that we should know about, or is it returning teams in the retro division?
The retro division, we have a new team, Interceptors. That's a team led by Adam. Adam is a very good friend of mine from Brooklyn. I'm joining his team, and we're bringing in Ezra, and Adam has a bunch of new friends from Long Island that are coming. They're very excited. They heard about Crescent football. They're joining. So that's one team. Uh, our main guy will be Greg, the 46-year-old. They call him Megatron. Uh, I know AZ cannot stand him, but tough luck, AZ. So that's one team. The other team is the Bots, BOTS. I don't know what that means. That team led by Saeed. Saeed is a good friend of Crescent football. He's been playing in different divisions for decades, since day one. He's Akib's good friend. So Akib and Adil and Saeed are joining forces. They should be a fun bunch. Those brothers are always fun to compete against. Especially when they lose, they always cry. So I like that. And then we got a team called Every Other. It's a new team, but it's Shaq's retro team. They're pretty much the same guys, but they sort of merged with the Caliphs of retro last season. So
Okay.
that's three teams. Then you have Iman returning. Iman is one of the oldest franchises in CFL history. That was one of my franchises. Fike is leading that team. He has Awais and he has Omar Salama joining. So those are some of his big pickups, and his son, of course. We have four. I'm missing a fifth one. Moody has a team. They call the Niners. Yes, the Moody is the new team in retro. And that consists of a good young brother named Qasim. Qasim plays in CBL Retro. Very good demeanor. He is a great example of a retro should be about. He's not the best athlete, but he plays hard. He brings a positive spirit. I love that kid. So he's joining forces with Moody.
All right. That's a good background on the teams. I think everyone will appreciate that. Guess we're gonna find out what these teams look like on the field tomorrow.
Yes.
So let's jump right into the matchups, and you guys have done a really good job at enhancing the website. So for those of you that haven't looked at the website, go check it out, crescentsportsnetwork.com.
Yes.
There's a dedicated page there for the schedule. You can see the schedule there. You can see week one previews, and that's what we're going to kind of talk about right now. And I'm going to kick it right off with the first game, which is at 8 a.m. Ballers versus Caliphs. It's a rematch of last year's finals. So the boys are saying, get your popcorn ready. Um, the two teams, I guess, have become rivals over the last couple of
Yes.
seasons. I don't think the Ballers have ever been picked to win by the beat writer here. I don't think they've been picked by anyone else but you, maybe in the championship game last year, which we greatly
Oh
appreciate
man.
you for.
Yes.
So
You came so close, man.
it was a close one. It was a close one, but they pulled it out, and hats off to them.
Yes.
But let's see if they
Yes.
can keep it going. Maybe their quarterback will be waiting in the parking lot until the end again. That
Yes.
is one
That's
thing we'll
a.
find. I do hear they have some new additions this year, and we've got, I'd say he's a legend in CFL. They, they've got a new quarterback this season. Have you heard
I,
about
I
this?
hear. I hear they got Danny and his sons. But you know what? Az has become one of those villains in CFL in Crescent altogether. He became a lovable guy to basically a villain. So I can't root for them. I love ZQ. I love all those guys. Don't get me wrong, but I'm a baller. I love the way I put the Ballers jersey on last season. That's my team. Tomorrow's matchup, objectively speaking, I do like the Caliphs, quite frankly. I think the AZ is loading up. You win that one championship. You get addicted to winning. And you do whatever it takes. You sneak people in. You quietly, methodically, build the rosters. Like I found out just now, he has Danny and his sons. So I do like Caliphs. I think the Ballers are a class franchise, led by you, your two wonderful brothers, mashallah, and all the guys you bring. So you guys will compete. It'll be fun with James. Anas is another solid player, but I think the Caliphs will pull this one out.
Listen,
Low
I'm
scoring
put
game.
listen, I'm putting first of all, there's no pressure on the Ballers at all because the Caliphs are the defending champions, right? So we're just gonna go
Yeah.
out and play our game. They're the ones that gotta defend
Yes.
their title. So
Exactly.
no pressure on us. The pressure's on you, Caliphs, AZ and company. But we know Danny, we know what he's capable of. Then again, we haven't seen him throw a ball in a couple of years, so we'll see if he's
Yes.
got the juice. Um,
Yes.
so of course, I see that you're going with the Caliphs. The beat writer here is picking the Caliphs. I'm not picking the Caliphs.
I
I
don't blame you. Don't
I
pick them.
got a lot of faith in our last season's MVP, Umair
MVP.
himself. I
Yes.
got a lot of faith in him. He's been slinging the rock, and I think, quite frankly, I haven't seen all the quarterbacks, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the leap of faith and say he's the best quarterback in the league
Hey, he's an
right now.
MVP. He's an
So,
MVP, so he's the
yep.
best quarterback. He
So
got he
let's
got a
see.
he got a resume for a quarterback. He got the looks, he got the arm. Now he got the MVP to prove it.
That's it. We just got to
So
represent for him tomorrow. All right. So the next game, nine
yeah,
o'clock, the U versus Powerpuffs. This should be an exciting game because I know Ken is a football guy. He's around football guys. He's likely bringing a very talented football team. And we know the Powerpuffs slash AK, whatever they want to go by, but we know their true identities. The AK legend lives on, right? So we
yeah.
know we know Manjot's been throwing the rock. He's been progressing every game. So I think this is going to be a pretty good matchup. So if you want to get there early, make sure you're there to watch this game. I think it's going to come down
Yes.
to the wire. Um, let's see if Ken can pull it through. The beat writer says Powerpuff 26, the U20. The U loses by a score. Let's see if this holds up. What do you think?
I'm going with Kenny's team, the U.
Oh,
I
wow.
think DJ is coming back from. I know he was injured. I think he's coming back strong. Kenny's pumped. He got his quarterback Dre. Uh, I think, and I'm sure they have some other friends that are good. I like Kenny and the U. The Power Five boys usually struggle earlier on, and then they get their momentum as the season progresses. That's how these guys roll. But Harpal's my boy in CBL. I think they'll compete. But I like Kenny and the U. I like him
Let's,
big actually, 10
I'm
points
going
at
to go
least.
ahead and say this is the game of the week. Early, but I'm going to call this the game of the week. So tune in.
Interesting.
Tune in. All right. Next up,
Okay,
10 a.m. Interceptors versus Bots. So this is the retro game. This is the retro division.
it's a retro game. Yes. As always, we try to accommodate other people, so we squeeze retro in in the early slot.
So, I think I know who you're going to go with here.
That's my
For,
team, man. Interceptors. That's my team. So I got my son in that team also. So he's good. So there you go. A questionable ad, in retro. But retro's
which
got
one?
up in talent. So
You got two sons.
well, I got my younger son playing Fahad. The older one is injured, so he won't be playing the
Okay.
quarterback.
Okay.
So Fahad is playing. We want to keep up with the Hanif boys, the Salim boys. So
Well,
Fahad's playing.
listen,
So let's see.
the ballers might have a spot for him, Kid's a hustler.
Yeah,
He hustles out on the
he
field.
also
We
was
like
like
that.
me, man, when I was younger.
All right, and
So
then
that
where
matchup.
you're playing against Akib and Adil here.
No, I hate those guys on the court. They're such whiners. Especially Akib, biggest whiner, man. We argue like crazy on the field.
Listen,
Once I borrowed the flags, he went off on me. Like,
I
dude,
don't know how
relax.
much I don't know how much football is going to be played during this game, but it should be an interesting one to watch.
But the Interceptors are a team of a bunch of riffraffs. You guys in their 50s, 60s. We got brother Amin probably in his 70s, and we got we got a Megatron. We got Ezra. It's a whole big bowl of misfits.
Is
And we're
Ezra
excited.
the quarterback of this game of
As
this
well, a
team?
quarterback who everyone criticizes unfairly, in my opinion.
Listen, he's been lobbying for a quarterback job for a couple of seasons now, so I'm actually looking forward to seeing this.
Yes, yes.
All right, maybe we'll get some good content too. Unfortunately, I won't be there for this game, but
No problem.
hopefully we'll
We'll,
get
we'll
some
cover it for
content.
you.
All right. And then, so you obviously you got interceptors. Looks like the beat writer here has also got the interceptors 27-19. Bots first loss of the season. Hope you guys are prepared.
I agree. I agree with that also. I think Interceptors are going to win.
All right.
But I want to see Akib wins. Less
So my
pressure, more
question is,
pressure
are
on
you
you.
playing in this game or are you the coach? Because
I'm going to, tomorrow I'll be playing. Yes.
all right,
I'll be playing tomorrow.
all right. I don't know if I want to say I'll be looking forward to that, but good luck to you.
Yeah,
All
right.
right. 11 o'clock game, every other versus Iman. It says every other is led by Shaq. Iman is under new leadership, and
Fight.
this should be a good back and forth, good game. We expect a close battle, but it looks like the beat writers picked every other to win over Iman. Why does Iman
The X
always in
Factor.
the loss column every projection I look at?
Yes. Yeah, I was on losing on Iman. The X factor is Omar Salama. He's excited to be a quarterback. He wanted the job, so I think uh, I think he's the X factor for Iman. Iman has never had an elite quarterback in its entirety. My son did a couple of years. Ezra did a couple of years. Just could not get an elite quarterback. But
Didn't
you
you
know
have
what?
didn't
He
you
had a
have
couple of good years with my
Wakas?
son.
What happened to Wakas? You left him off the.
Because unfortunately, he's available. He's a free agent, but he wants a quarterback. He wants to be a starting quarterback.
Listen,
And
when he's not
unfortunately, there's
throwing
no spot for
when
him right
he's
now.
not throwing pick sixes, he's a pretty good quarterback. I think you should keep him on deck.
Because is OG, bro. He started Crescent Sports, man. I love the guy like a brother. I could never, ever, like, not give him credit. But again, when he loses, I love it. He's my boy.
All right. So last game of the day, 12 noon. So there's only one game being played at a time, it looks like. You don't have two games at a
Yeah,
time.
the last game is the elite game.
All right. So this is another big one, huh? Niners. Niners versus Pluto. And Pluto, again, is led by Shaq. We've seen Shaq throw the ball a little bit. He had some glimpses of good QBing, I think, last year with Adil and his team, maybe. I know I saw him somewhere.
Yes. Yeah, he
And
was
then
on. He was on Adil's team.
the Niners, I don't know what the Niners are going to look like, but Moody usually, if he could keep his Niners team together, they're on the getting old. They're getting a little old. They're not what they used to be, those guys. They definitely dominated. They're still good, very good actually. But
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to be on the field. What do you think?
But here Nafi's playing. But Nafi's older, a little hurt. But he's still Nafi. The name alone scares you. And then he had, I'm sure, his buddy Josh and Dwayne, great personality, Dwayne. But Moody always has heartbreak. You know the old saying, what could go wrong does go wrong. That's Moody in the playoffs. So, but Moody's my enemy, man. He stole some of my retro players. You know,
Listen,
but
listen. You can't listen. You got to blame the game, not the play. You can't hate on the guy, bro. You gotta do better in retaining your own guys.
yeah, I know, man. My boy Mo, man. He's my neighbor,
You
actually. I saw him today at Jumma. I said, bro, what's going on? So Moody made him an
listen,
offer he can't refuse. It's okay, man. It gives us
listen.
more motivation to play.
If the guys left you for another team, they're for the streets. You gotta let them go.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm like one of those people that don't get over it. But it's good. It's more ammunition. You know what I love
All
about
right.
Crescent Sports? You know what I love about Crescent Sports? You have a guy that you hate on the other team, but in a different division or a different sport, he's on your own team. And I know it's amazing how you separate these two. You know, so I always found that very interesting.
All right. Look, we're up against time here. We gotta wrap this up.
Yes, yes.
What I do look forward to is, a good week one. I hope everyone hydrates, is make sure you don't get hurt out there. Bring your best game and good luck to everyone. Next week, Farouk, I expect a little bit more in-depth analysis from you
Yes.
for each team. You'll get to see these guys play, so you should know where these guys stand, and I expect some sort of a power ranking next week. And
Yes.
let's put some rankings on this, and let's figure out who's gonna go how far.
We're going to work on all those great things. Shout out to all the organizers that helped this season, especially you. Bakhtar Shu helped. All the whole gang is back. Moody, Akib, Adil, Manjot, Mango. All these guys have been very helpful, man. Really appreciate everyone's support. Az, all these guys have been great. So it's very important that they get a proper, recognition from me. So
I'm sure they'll
thank you.
appreciate it. All right,
Thank you for the opportunity. Pardon
I'll
my,
see.
my attire here.
No, you're good. Next time we got to see you in a Ballers shirt. That's it.
Yes, that's my favorite shirt. That's everywhere, that picture.
All right, you got it. We'll see you. Good
Thank
luck
you,
out
Usman.
there.
Appreciate it, brother. Good luck
All right.
tomorrow.
All right.
All right, we out, guys.